So we weren't going to put them on because it's an awfully mild winter. We've only plowed once so far this year, and we just weren't going to bother to put them on. But it is 33, 34 degrees right now. All the snow is wet, and this is supposed to go on for another week, and then it's going to drop below freezing again, which means all of this will be ice. And the tractor doesn't work well in ice. These tires do not bite the ice. That's what we found last year. That's why we bought the chains. When we got rain into the snow last year, we couldn't push anything, so I bought the chains. So I'm getting the chains on now while it's 34 degrees outside, so that week after next, when it drops below freezing again, we can push and drive around and do what we need to do. So that's the purpose of this project. So the chains are laying in the garage, and I'm pulling up, as you saw, and hooked them onto the back of the tractor, and I'm dragging them out. These chains weigh over 100 pounds apiece, and I can drag them, but it's a lot of work. It's just easier to pull them with the tractor. This is the chain. From last year, we used the chain trying to pull them over the top of the wheel. It was hard. This year, I figured out that if we just used the simple ratchet strap and put it over the top of the tire and then tuck it in so that when I move forward a little bit, it would drive over itself, thereby holding it tight.
Although this way got the chains to go on much quicker than last year did. If they don't go on exactly perfect, it's still a struggle to get the buckles on the end of the chains hooked together. That's what I'm struggling with here. And it took a little bit of work. It took about 45 minutes probably to do this one. The other side went much, much faster and was much, much easier. Maybe it's because I'd already done it once this way. But stay tuned and you'll see that. So if you can't tell, I can see the chains coming up over the tire on both sides. And so, I had a pretty good idea where I had to stop and start to readjust everything. Here it was, they kind of came up in a clump and started to slide off the end of the tire, so I had to, get that straightened out straight away. But this side actually went on much, much better and only took me about 25 minutes to do the whole side.
Okay, well, that job's done. This went much better on this side. Now, both sides went much better than last year. If you watch the video, the very first one we ever did, we were putting chains on for the first time, and we tried a different technique. It took 2 of us, and it took all day. So this time I got the idea of using the straps over the rear wheel, pulling it up and setting them as they went. That worked really well. Over there, on the first one that we did, I got them pulled up to about the 3rd ring on each side, drove it back and forth a little bit to get everything to settle in, and then I was able to take the outside and get all the way to the top, but the inside not. I had to drive it some more, and then I had room to get the inside up. And so on this side, though, it worked straight away. I had enough down here when I got it over the top that I could get them hooked as tight as they're going to get hooked. You can't go past where the first cross is at. And this is where we had them last year, and it worked quite well. Let me show you that in a little more detail. So this is where they connect at. This is the buckle here, and then this is the slack. And ideally what you want to do is get the buckle into the last ring that's available to you. You can't put it here because the cross is here. So this is as tight as you can get it. Once you get this done, and you've got the inside at least pre-hooked, then it's just pulling enough to get the inside so you can get all the way up to the top. This one was easier. I did buy a small chain binder because I thought it would help on the other side. I really didn't need it. And then these bungee straps are just in place of a more formal tensioner, and all they do is keep the chains from shifting and moving around. These 2 crosses here, this is a John Deere 4 Series. So this one and this one are 31 inch. These are 21 inch. This is, oh, that's where my other 21 is. I'm gonna move this to a smaller one and put that other 21 down here, below this one, down here somewhere. And that's what we did on the other side. So on the other side here, we've got our 31 and our 31, but then we got a 21 and a 21, and we're using a 15 to tie up the slack. So I'm going to move the other one around a little bit, and then we're going to declare this project done.